The one that goes in the side of the door was just a little push pin right there. You pop the end of it out, and then you've got the one behind the cup trim for the handle. You've got one right here behind this big soft plug that goes in there, and there's another one right here. There's a hard plastic cap that goes over that, and those are all Phillips screws. A couple of tips to make this job easier: pull off this lower access panel with, I think it's 3 tiny little screws. Hold that on. That gives you way much more room to reach up under there to hold your flashlight and to figure out where everything is. A lot of your work's going to be done through this medium-sized hole here and a little bit through this very small hole here on the side. And you can see that I took a cutter and I sawed the hole out about 3 times the size it used to be, and that makes it much easier to get your wrench in there and tighten things up and to snap on the little bar clamp for the door handle itself. This part I have to explain rather than show because it's just too hard to get there in film. But the part has 2 holes, the brass insert ones here on this design, that hold the handle to the door frame, and one other hole up above the lock mechanism that connects the lock control arm to the door handle. That one you don't need to take out right away. You can take the first 2 out. That'll give you a little bit more room to swivel it around and remove the key lock screw. The new ones will require M6 screws for the 2 brass-fitted ones, because the original equipment part uses very coarse screws into the plastic body. Putting it back together has a couple of special tips. Here's the first one. Make sure you put the window all the way down before you attempt to put the door panel back on. Run your wires up through the handle, opening like this so they're all ready to go back in place when it's time. And then you're going to start at this edge right here. Lift the back end up, get the front end tucked underneath the speaker here, push in with one hand right here while you're lowering it down on the back side. There's a series of metal tabs in here that have to go over the frame of the door. If you look right about in here, before this is snapped on, you can see the red tab that pushes into a hole in the metal of the door, and you can tell by looking through there, angling it back a little, look through there, if it's lined up or not. In this case, I had to actually tap the door panel just about a 1/4 inch toward the rear to get it to line up perfect. So now I went around it with my fist. I tapped all the handles in, with the little tabs in. Now we're going to start securing the screws. These are the bottom retainer screws. There's 2 of these, and they go right down here just behind the speaker grate and right down here at the back of your little storage bin. Is the medium length shiny gold tone one with the weird looking head in the screw. That's to hold the trim panel on it when you put it back in. Trim cap. That's to hold the trim cap on it when you put it back in. Now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it very well. Where's my finger? But this screw actually has like a little step up on it, so the top ring of the screw doesn't fit flush against the door panel. That's to allow you to put your trim cap back on and have it stay in place. Look at that. Just like brand new, eh? When you put the handle trim ring on, you're going to want to get it into the hole like this. Oops. Hold the handle out, slide it over the handle, pull it back as far as you can this way to the back, push in on the front, and then slide it forward. There's a little clip on the front side behind it you got to catch into a hook. The long brass colored screws go in this hole here and this other hole here directly beneath the window control mechanism, and then the one in the back gets a trim cap that pushes in. There's no trim cap for the front one. The control panel has a hook on one end and a spring clip on the other end. So you're going to lift it up. And it goes like this, right? Yes. Tip the front down. Make sure the hook is underneath in the front, right there. And then the back side just snaps into place.